Hey guys, I'm Joe, and this is some Minecraft news. So, the news today is Minecraft have released an article peeking and teasing trial chambers coming in some betas, snapshots, and stuff like that in the very, very near future. So, I'm just going to go through this article and share some thoughts. So, of course, that's just recapping what I've already just said there. Trial Chambers, Trial Spawner, and the Breeze are all coming. But as we come down, we do get some images. So, just going to sort of talk through some of my initial thoughts on these images. So, this first one of the corridor I think is quite unique. It looks very similar to that shot where we see him going down the corridor in Minecraft Live. But as you can see, just here above my mouse, it looks like a sand block of some kind or some sort of sandstone and one of these spawners. So I suspect we will get some dusks spawning in these. So it's interesting to just see this isn't just an entranceway, but you got decorations and these pots, now that they can have inventories, I really hope they're going to put stuff like emeralds or maybe even diamonds that you can retrieve out of them. But of course, there's going to be little traps and stuff, which I think is going to make these structures really exciting. But going on to the next image, and let's see if I can just zoom in a little. So I think this really showcases the new blocks really well. So you've got some of the polished tough blocks, these suspended platforms, which I think are really cool. This parkour element that they're adding in across this sort of top section. And it'd be interesting to see if, I'm guessing, yeah, that looks like that'll spawn a breeze. If the breeze will spawn, or can you get over the top of this without initiating the fight and getting yourself into a better situation? Because I'm guessing there'll be routes through these doorways or to get down lower. And something else I find quite interesting is the fact that these platforms like risen off the floor. So I don't know why you would, because you want them to stay there, but these spawners are hard to reach, so you can't just eliminate them really quickly. So you've got to fight through, and you can't just easy, like you can do with the dungeons that are currently in the game, where you just run in, throw some torches down, stop it from spawning, and just eliminate the odd one or two. This means even if you're going to block up, you've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 blocks you've got to go up, and that's plenty of time for that to have started spawning. Especially with these breezes with their knockback, you're probably going to get knocked off before you can even get up to the spawner. So, yeah, excuse me. So that's the 3 images for the trial chambers, and we'll just see what it has to say about it. The trial chamber is a structure packed with new adventures, with traps, trial spawners, mobs, and an extra bonus treasure. So this alludes to the little key. I've read ahead. Extra bonus treasure, or is that could mean the pots? Could mean them. Which means you'll face a new challenge every time you venture into them. Find something different behind each door. Explore deeper and deeper, and you might find yourself stumbling across resources that will help you. Resources that will help you. So does that mean like diamond swords, armor, stuff like that, possibly? I think that might be quite cool. I feel like that would be really good in the sense of you might go mining for the first few times and stumble across one. And I think if near the start or something there's chests or things with bits of armor or weapons, I think it'd be really nice to sort of say, oh, okay, you don't need to go back to the surface, you don't need to prepare, you can get involved and go into these fights a little earlier. So I think that stumbling across resources that'll help you could be really, really interesting. And then of course you've got the mobs that'll hinder you, and I think that's, if I just go back up a little, I think that's what this means, because like I'm imagining the bulbs might not be as well lit, you might not see that and you'll stumble, straight into a fight. All of a sudden you've got dusks dropping down on your head, which I think would be really, really cool. And anything else? Yeah, and then we're on to the Breeze. The Breeze, a mischievous mob. So I love the idea of this. I love the interactions with the environment. I love how dynamic that could possibly make a fight feel. Stuff like the fact that it could switch off a bulb, and all of a sudden you plunged into darkness, and then you're like, oh god, there's creepers, skeletons and stuff spawning, and just making that fight so much more complicated. And as you can see there's clearly something else. So I don't know if that's a player arrow or a sort of a mob arrow, but clearly fighting from a distance might be the way to go. Let's have a quick look at the other images. So yeah, this image looks a lot darker in the surrounding area, so I wonder if like these have knocked off some lights. But it does look cool. I was about to say, I love this sort of elemental feel, how well they've done getting this sort of wind aspect. And then, yeah, we've got this, so clearly a way down, comes into this sort of fighting chamber. But yeah, let's have a quick read. The Breeze leaps dizzying circles around its opponents. So, the way it's going to fight. So, of course, we've seen some of its movement, but is it going to have the ability to kind of quickly get around behind you and cause chaos? I think, like, out of all the mobs I can think of off the top of my head, this is quite unique in how it sounds like it might be to fight. Because if you imagine trying to hit it with arrows, it just sounds too fast. Getting up close sounds dangerous. So it's going to be really interesting to see how people approach the fights. Then, yeah, you got your rapid wind blasts, which we're aware that you can see these wind effects hitting on blocks, and it's going to activate redstone components, which is really, really interesting. These playful mobs might look cute, but you'll need a unique strategy to deal with them, as well as a lot of bravery. Yeah, so as I was saying, it's going to be different in how you approach, which I think this is like a breath of fresh air for the Breeze. Okay, the Breeze is sure to be a challenge for seasoned survivalists, especially when you consider the trial chambers are also full of traps. So, as a hardcore player, I think this is going to be that level of real jeopardy and stuff, because those traps could, who knows, they could put lava in it, or it could spawn with lava and you not noticed and stuff like that. So you could get trapdoored into lava. I was about to say, it's going to be interesting to see how the sort of generation works around other terrains that it's going to be in, or if it completely just overrides anything else. But very, very interesting. And on to some of the more interesting things. So, trials and rewards for parties of all sizes. The trial spawner. So, as you can see, I am 99.9% sure that is a dusk. And of course, you've got the smooth sandstone blocks that represent that it's spawning dusks. So we've got four confirmed mobs that will be in these. So you've got your slimes, you've got your dusks, you've got the icy skeletons, which I can't think of their name, and the Breeze itself. But let's just quickly move on to the next image. I love this image. This has got to be my favourite image. Just that, the lighting of its eyes, just like, you just get that atmosphere instantly from it coming out of that dark sort of corridor. I love it. Again, just these blocks are awesome. And yeah, there's dusk. Oh, we've got silverfish. Is it silverfish? So is there a spawner for those? Possibly. So that could be 5. I never noticed that before. And yeah, we've got sort of a brighter and a darker version of the Breeze. And I remember hearing someone say that could be unangered or angered sort of designs. So it'd be interesting to see what that looks like when it comes out. And yep, I think we're just coming back round. Oh, no, there's more images. So yeah, that's just the same as him. And then this is the interesting one. So this key. So, of course, you've clearly defeated all the breezes. You've got this key. What does it open? And I think there was something about a different type of chest being in the chambers. So, of course, that could be, yeah, you've done all this and you can open this chest. There's like gold or diamonds and valuable things. So that could be really interesting. Of course, is that going to be like a renewable thing? Is there going to be a chest that will renew items and rewards? Or like we saw on Minecraft Live, where you saw the diamonds and the emeralds come out of the spawner. So interesting if that's just like a one-time thing. Or, thinking about it, is this going to be something along the same lines of the Nether chest? No, not the Nether chest. Nether chest. You'll see what I mean, because my brain is not functioning on what I want to actually say. But you know what I mean. You're going to have the image on the screen in a second. What if this is like player identified? So when you open that chest, you only get shown your items. No one else can sort of interfere with it and stuff. So maybe like a chest you can lock and you can have a key, but it's like keyed to you, possibly. I'm now rambling because I didn't really think that through. But anyway, something along that lines. I think that could be really interesting if those chests could be sort of keyed to you, and could be a really interesting idea of sort of multiplayer safe storage. But anyway, yeah, that's just the first image that we came to. So let's just have a quick read. Speaking of challenge, my age-old tactic of sending my round buddies ahead of me into the fray to like hide can be thwarted by the trial spawner. It's going to be thwarted by the trial. Oh, because yeah, once you join in, more enemies anyway, so they're going to get angry if you hide. The trial spawner is a cunning device that spews out another. Yeah, so as we already knew, more of you there are, the more mobs you're going to have to face. So the trial spawner also creates different mobs depending on the room you find it in. Different rooms you find it in and what's around it. So, interesting. So, I don't know how that would work, but the definitely interesting bit is I wonder if I surround it with beetroot, whether it'll spawn cute pigs. Here's hoping. So, this I think is really interesting because can you manipulate the trial spawners? Say, for like, who knows? Different types of mobs. Like if you did blocks of coal, for example, does that, well, or the closest thing to gunpowder I can think of, is that going to bring you creepers? So very, very interesting. And I think that's it. Yeah, that's it for the news here. Of course, the last little bits are just telling you how to test it and where to send your feedback and stuff like that. So I think this is quite cool. I'm really personally excited for this. Not to do it in a hardcore world, but I just think these structures are very well polished. I think the blocks and the look of it are really good. Of course, if you get bored of them, I think stripping them down for materials is fantastic. And I'm guessing a lot of this is going to be sort of pre-waxed and stuff like that. But anyway, I'm going to shut up because I've rambled far enough there. That is going to be exciting when that comes out, and I'm looking forward to. I don't generally play the snapshots. I dabble and have a quick look at things and just have a quick play. I'm a bit like Fwhip. I like to kind of keep my experience for the update fresh and for when it comes. But I'll see you in another video, guys. Bye.